Yes, sir.
Do you provide guidance? I'm already in the industry.
Okay.
And it seems like a lot of these courses are actually courses you would want to take anyway, even within a particular area.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, you talked about demand analysis and management.
Sure.
And that's something that will really interest me. But something like enterprise resource planning. So I guess my question is, do you provide some guidance to the student based on his particular situation and need?
Sure. I happen to be the curriculum coordinator, and we have an industry coordinator. So you can work with both of us to figure out, here's where I want to be, and which classes should I take. Actually, this doesn't apply to you, but for our undergrads, we're implementing a new system where they start working with a company in their sophomore year and do some curriculum planning. Hey, if you want to work for us, we would like you to take these classes. So we do assist our students with everything we can. And when you're in the program, I mean, we do help, and Don Clark was our industry advisor. He helps find people internships and jobs and so on too.
But then that may mean that you don't necessarily fulfill all 4 areas.
No, these, we're just grouping them in 4 areas, just sort of that they're logically bundled together. You can pick and choose. You don't have to stay just here in the procurement. If you want to take 1 procurement class and 2 from area 2 and so on, it doesn't matter. You just need to fulfill the minimum required amount of classes, which is 9 credits. So however you want to shape it, it's your choice. You don't have to stick within 1 area. I think I didn't make that clear enough. That's, oh, yes, sir.
So it's not as if you need to take at least 1 from each area?
No.
It could be all from the same?
Yeah, all from the same, all from different, it does not matter. Then we also have, this is also kind of interesting, we have a couple of 1-credit courses that are taught by senior executives on their specific area of expertise. So I mentioned supply chain finance, which we just started. It's going to be taught by a gentleman who worked at Goldman Sachs. He's just switching jobs, so I'm not sure where he's going to work now. But he actually also was, I don't know if I should say that, because in some ways that's not like a good thing to have on your resume, but he's an advisor to the government of Greece with their financial. But he's very knowledgeable about supply chain management and finance also, so, and Greece, and yeah, he is Greek, so there's many things that you can learn. So some of these classes will be taught on like several Saturdays, so you get 3-4 hour blocks, and you come in on Saturday. There's manufacturing outsourcing, another huge area. Sales and operations planning. I think if it's still the person I know, it's a gentleman who worked at Unilever, and he talks about things on how to take a forecast, take all your constraints, and how to basically build a plan. And then finally, we have one exciting course, if you're interested. It's our India travel course. So you basically prepare for most of the semester, and then for 2 weeks you actually, I think it's 10 days on the ground, but it's a 2-week trip. You go to India, see I don't know why it's moving. Didn't set it up that way. Must be like this thing. So basically in 10 days you visit, you think from like a small family-run company to a large outsourcing type company or call center, and get to see a wide range of different things. On September 19, we held a recruitment event. See some of the company names on there, and it was all our programs. So it was undergraduates, MBA, Flex MBA, and we had started this event, I think 3-4 years ago. We started with like 10 companies, 50 students. And then a year ago it was something like 15 companies and maybe 100 students. And last spring it was 29 companies, about 200 students. And then in February or January when we held it, we said, you know what, and it was on the Livingston campus in New Brunswick, and it was in the student center in a large room. We're looking around, there's no more space. If you get one more company, we wouldn't have a place to put them. So then we decided we're going to pick a new area. I was just trying to sort of do the Star Wars theme a little bit. Now, we had 50 plus companies this fall, and we held it in the rack. Actually, they're able to take like right here the lowest parts of the seats, sort of fold them up, and we can host up to 100 companies easily. We figured out, but we have 50, and I think most of our MBA students came to that. So we're looking for jobs, and it was mainly undergrads, but we had over 500 students show up at this. And we're going to keep doing this. The other thing that we offered right before this, so this was on Wednesday, the Friday before that, we had a supply chain management boot camp, because we basically have students come into our program in September, some of who did not have any prior knowledge of supply chain management. So we held a one-day event, teach them about supply chain management, so when they go into the RAG and talk to recruiters for internships, they have something to say. And I think it worked pretty well. We got pretty good feedback from that. We have faculty with expertise in different areas, different fields. I guess that we even have 2 lawyers in our department. We get along great with them. We have several corporate sponsors who are part of our center, our research center board. You will see that a lot of these are pharma companies, but we also are working hard on attracting other ones. Local company, Panasonic North America has a headquarters right here, so we're trying to expand that. But New Jersey is basically where all the pharma companies are, so that's where a lot of our students will work later on. However, we sent 2 for internships. This past summer, we sent 2 students to Dell, to Austin, Texas. Sent 1 student to MasterCard in Kansas City. Some state local. So we do have a national recruiting base at this point. And some of our international students will choose to go back to their home countries and work there. I'm just going to flash these on the screen. This is just some feedback we get from our business leaders that are affiliated with the program, and obviously if I put them on there, they all sound really nicely. One of our instructors, in an MBA class, he assigned as a midterm exam basically a case that was based on Caterpillar, and the results of that exam he forwarded to the CEO of Caterpillar, and the person responded, and he was very enthusiastic to see the good work that we're doing, and Caterpillar made us one of their prime recruiting targets, so they will come here regularly to recruit students. We also have, when you take operations analysis, which is usually, if you take it in if you're considering to be a full-time MBA program, student, Professor Lay, our department chair, will teach it in fall, and she'll bring in a lot of guest speakers from different companies, local and some even farther away. So you get a lot of exposure to industry too. We also have a strong partnership with Kuehne + Nagel, who made us one of their key universities in the U.S.